Hey guys, how you guys doing tonight?
Happy Easter,
Yep.
or, happy several days after Easter, by the time you see this. God, it's been so long. What do we even call this series?
Arthur Sins.
Oh yeah, movie review time. So, big opening weekend. Was it 162 million
Oh, that's
over the weekend?
I don't remember.
I think it's the highest of the franchise.
Yeah.
Fourth highest of all time, I think. Something like that. And of course, we're talking about
FuriousSeven.
FuriousSeven, which is not actually FuriousSeven, it's FuriousSeven written out. Come to find that out today.
That was a little weird.
Yeah.
Because they always use numbers.
And I can't figure out where the 7 came from, besides the fact that it was just the 7th movie. I thought maybe it might have a more deeper meaning. I was trying to count the cast members, see if there was 7 people, but I was too involved in the story to pay attention.
There was
Okay.
Dom, Letty, Riley, Tej, Roman, Brian, Hops. Because we can't count Mia in this one.
Yeah, we can't count Mia. And can't count Kurt Russell's character, even though he was...
He was badass.
Yeah.
As always.
I saw flashbacks of Backdraft with him when he got, spoiler alert, when he got shot, and he was sitting there. I was kind of flashing back to Backdraft a little bit there, but that's a tangent going off.
But I'm glad his character didn't die, because I hope to see him, if they end up continuing the franchise, which I'm sure they will.
Which I hope they don't.
I kind of hope they don't, too. But if they do, it'll be nice to have the option to bring him back, because he was good. And I was actually a touch disappointed, because I remember when Kurt Russell first got cast in this, there were a lot of rumors floating around for a long time that he was actually going to end up being Brian's dad. That's who he was going to be playing. I was a little disappointed that they didn't go that route, but at the same time, not really. They kept him a shadow, a mystery, which worked.
Yeah, because he talks about how he never knew his father. I think it was in the 5th one, I think it was. They said he never knew who his father was.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they didn't do it that way, me personally, because that would have just been too cliche.
It would have been a little bit, but I think it would have been interesting.
I mean, I don't know what we can say about the movie that's a 7th installment of a movie. I mean, everything has been done already.
Although they really ramped everything up for this one.
Yeah,
this
a lot more action. And it wasn't a heist movie, it wasn't a drag movie, it wasn't a cops and robbers movie. It was just a revenge tale.
Basically, yeah. It was basically just a revenge movie. It's like when Justin Lin had a meeting with the studio, and the studio said, "Okay, we want you to go big or go home on this one." He said, "Okay." So they did.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Everybody
should be dead in this movie. Everybody. They can't continue this franchise because every character is dead, except for Mia and the baby. Every character is dead at least 10 times over.
And we don't mean that every character is dead. We mean that every character should have died.
Yes.
Multiple times. And if you thought it was ridiculous, like, I was going in there after seeing 6 last night. I was going in there, I was like, okay, please let the physics be realistic this time. And I noticed that there wasn't a lot of wire work. I didn't really see what would have been wire work. Like that was in 6. That was a little too obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, like with the fights.
with the fight scenes, yeah. But yeah, the car physics. I mean, Brian said it best: cars don't fly. But I think they were trying to make. I think they were trying to make a point of, yeah, cars can fly if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Cars flew a lot in this movie, and I'm not talking like Back to the Future 2, future hovering, flying. I'm talking about
Just driving off things and letting gravity take hold.
yes,
Like the Burj Khalifa building.
yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal to drive out of a multi-billion-dollar building and into another one and into another one, and yeah.
That scene was awesome, but it actually made my brain hurt watching it. Like I was physically getting a headache.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you stop this now.
Why are you driving a $3.5 million car out of a building that there is only 7 of in the entire world?
Yeah.
But again, you have to. I can never say the word, so say it.
You have to suspend disbelief
Yes.
for this.
It's not as bad though. It really is not as bad. I was expecting it to be a lot worse, but it was not. I was able to get through all of everything without watching anything but the first teaser trailer. So I have been able to avoid all the trailers, all the TV spots, any news about it. So it was nice to going in there not knowing anything about anything.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. Music was great.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack. I think I'm gonna have to like go and buy it because I like that they brought back. Well, you understand when you see it, or if you've already seen it, you understand that whenever they go somewhere that they've already been, they play music from that previous movie. I hate to compare it to this, but it's the same as Breaking Dawn Part 2, where they kept bringing back all the music from all the other movies.
Mm-hmm.
But so that was awesome, and
I don't know.
I want to know if there's anything else you have to say about the movie before we get to the very obvious part.
Yeah. I enjoy, in the same vein of what you were saying with the music, I enjoyed that they went back to where it started. You know, they were back in LA, which was nice. Everybody got a little bit in it. I wish that Lucas Black had a bigger part.
Yeah.
Than just a little bit. He did. I was kind of hoping that I kept on waiting near the end for him to show up, like out of nowhere. But, he hasn't been ingrained into the group yet.
Yeah.
And
it's okay, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay because he's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He wasn't a big part of it. He only knows of everything through Han.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay, but if they do continue the franchise again, I hope that he gets pulled in.
In my opinion, I think they need to do an offshoot of it and not follow the main crew story anymore. I think the main crew story is wrapped up, done easily. I think they need to continue the adventures in Tokyo.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
And have just a set of stories based on
Sean's character.
Sean's character and what was Bow Wow's character?
Twinkie.
And Twinkie, and then the girl. Can't remember. The hot girl.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Yeah. So that's what I would like to see.
That would be cool.
That's what I would like to see the franchise go on. I think we need to just stop with Toretto and his family and just be done with it.
And instead of calling it Fast and Furious, just change it to Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Just change it to the Tokyo Drift franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd still be Fast and Furious. It'd still be part of the universe, but
Yeah, and it's still probably, and if they've done it right, they should still make it canon. But but I wanted to
and
talk.
you could even do cameos.
Yeah, they could have cameos come in occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the Paul Walker tribute at the end. Honestly, I would have paid $12 just to see those 5 minutes worth of stuff, and that's it.
The very end.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful send off to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of biting my nails throughout most of the videos, like, okay, what are they going to do with his character? How are they going to wrap it up? I was like, don't kill him off. And there's a lot of spots where you thought he was dead.
I really thought that they were going to kill his character off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really thought so. I'm like, well, is that how they're going to do it? But I am so glad they didn't.
But the way they did it was great.
Yes.
Again, spoiler alert, they have one final race between Brian and Don, and it's intercut with scenes from all the other movies, and the song and Don's dialogue was just
it was all done.
great.
You know, that they must have done that after. I wonder if they actually ended up doing that after.
I think they did, because that looked like one of Paul's brothers that was in the car.
That they may have done a little bit of CGI on.
That's well, no, actually they didn't. You can tell it's a different person, but it's close enough. And I don't think
His brothers do look a lot like him.
Yeah, and I personally am okay with him not looking exactly like him, because that's kind of an afterthought, a filmed afterthought that they did, and I'm okay with it not being actually Paul Walker in that car.
Yeah, it was a respect, because it's a respectful way to do it. His brother wanted to do that after his death, and after they took a break, both of his brothers went up and said, listen, we've already been working on this franchise, with our brother. We want to finish it.
And they did a very good job of that. You couldn't tell where it was not Paul Walker.
Mm-hmm.
They did an amazing job. I was kind of looking for it, and there was a couple of times I thought maybe, but you can't tell. It's seamless. So I mean, it just looks like his brother was there for that final scene, and that's it. Yeah. So it was done very well.
Yes. Oh God, that voiceover with Vin Diesel though, that was getting me. I was actually, I was almost choking up a little bit.
Like right in the feels, man.
Really was.
Ooh, right in the feels. But excellent movie. I really wish that we could have seen it in IMAX. I wish I can see where it's very huge. It's huge, especially the part in Abu Dhabi.
Oh yeah.
It's wow. It's just amazingly huge, and we always say see it on the biggest screen you can, but if you can get to IMAX and see it on an IMAX screen, especially if I don't know if they shot any of it actually in IMAX. I don't know this.
I don't know either.
And I was really wishing, I was kind of actually hoping that they'd show it at the museum, Fort Worth Museum, because that would have been a good place to show it, but
we just didn't feel like traveling all the way to Arlington and paying $13 a piece. It was something like that.
But
to see it.
But that's okay. Yeah. So it was great. Human Movie Tavern, MTX. That's our first time there, but it was awesome. So
highly recommend it. Yes.
And definitely don't just watch this one. You really need to watch. You need to watch them.
You need to see at least 5 and 6. Well, 4, 5, and 6.
Exactly, because it's kind of the end of a trilogy.
Yeah.
And actually, the order you need to see it is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 3, and then 7.
Yeah.
So that's the actual final chronological order of the movie. So, thanks for watching. Good night. Blessed be.